I will restart recording because I've done recording.
Oh, okay.
Good job.
And now I am recording as well.
This is all being recorded.
Yes, we are all recording.
Yes.
Or at least you and me are.
Yes, we are all when there's 5 of us.
My taskbar is pretty annoying too.
That makes no sense to people who are not in this podcast.
Oh, inside
Eventually-
joke.
Taskbar, everyone.
You know, that would make a damn good podcast name.
What?
It would.
Imagine us sitting around a bar and call it Taskbar. I'm sure that's already been done.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Gotta be a nerdy bar named that somewhere.
Honestly, it's probably been done, yeah.
It's too easy. Because that still has to be lowered.
By the way, this is all still being recorded, and I don't know if we're officially in the podcast yet or not.
Oh yeah, we're in the podcast.
Okay.
Second recording starts, podcast
We should probably
is
introduce that. Hello, everybody.
on. We have
Welcome
fun.
back
Hey,
to
I'm
Big
back.
Score.
That's why I love doing this podcast. It is always random.
That was like
Yeah, utter chaos.
a minute and a half of bullshit.
Yep.
Exactly a minute and a half.
Give him.
I mean, if you've watched other podcasts, it happens like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it also doesn't help that it's going to be April Fool's Day in an hour.
Yeah, an hour for you, 2 hours for me.
Yep.
Which we can do Groray stuff on camera.
Hooray.
Groray.
That also makes no sense to anyone who's not in the podcast.
People will understand someday.
Correct.
Someday, yeah.
Or
For
never.
for my viewers, you are seeing a Voidwalker adopt that I just put on my Ko-fi today. It is a Vaporwave themed Voidwalker, which is funny, but also it looks really cool. And I got attached to her as I was drawing her, so I was originally gonna put her up for like $25. Now she's $50.
There's no reason why that style should look so good. I love those colors together.
Yeah, like I did all of her art today. The preview only shows the shaded full body, but there's also a headshot for avatar usage. So that's fun. What is everyone else doing?
I'm not doing much right now, actually.
Minecraft.
Same.
Behind the scenes Minecraft stuff for the series.
So we have a lot of like elephants in the room for talking points
We do.
today. I'm gonna start out
We
with
should
the
probably slap those out.
They pink elephants.
Jeez.
yeah,
sorry.
like I was gonna start with that, Nate, but you kind of. I wasn't gonna make a pun, so whatever.
That's
I
why
just
I'm
caught
here.
what he said. I just caught what he said.
Phoenix, everyone.
Oh, that's definitely worth talking about.
Yeah, like I've seen mixed feelings about that. My worker initially didn't like the joke that Chris Rock made, and my justification to her was, okay, but why is it so bad for people to make bald jokes about women when bald men have been dealing with that for years?
Mm-hmm.
And I think at that
Yeah.
point she kind of saw my point.
All is fair.
Yeah. Like, it's not like bald men can help being bald.
Every man will eventually go bald or completely gray.
Honestly, like, kudos to Chris Rock for being the bigger man like 3 times in a row at this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's laughing about it still.
Yeah, oh my god, like, I knew that he wasn't pressing charges, but I didn't know until today what he said about it. Because he said, that's between Will Smith, his wife, and her boyfriends.
I love him.
And you see, that's the type of joke he could have made at the Oscars. But he didn't make that kind of joke.
I mean,
he didn't go low. He didn't.
Yeah.
Wouldn't say his joke was lowbrow at all. His job is to roast the stars.
oh wait, you were
Yeah,
saying that in a good
What
way.
the Oscars does.
Okay. Oh wait, you were saying that in a good way. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
He
Okay.
did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Yeah. Because
It's not his
he
fault.
could have made a cheating joke.
yeah,
Yeah, it
He
could have
didn't.
gone way
because
worse.
like let's be real, Will Smith is a cuck, so
Mhm.
and everyone knows it.
He's also abused, mentally abused by his wife. So
Yeah,
there's also that.
yeah. People are like saying that Will Smith is a wife beater, and I'm just thinking, isn't it the other way around?
Yeah, it's definitely the other way around. I mean, Jada doesn't physically hit him, but mental scars weigh a lot more on men.
Yep.
Yep.
Because
Especially
for some
when you're a
reason,
cuck.
it's not socially acceptable for men to just talk it out.
God
Like,
no,
if
God
you-
forbid men show their feelings.
If you Google, my husband yells at me versus my wife yells at me, you get very different results.
Huh? The men's version is your wife is right. She has the right to yell at you, and the woman is the women's beating helpline.
No, the
Yeah.
result for your wife yelling at you is some random bullshit from Quora saying, make sure you talk it out with her, and maybe you can work it out, and that kind of thing. And that's, like, bad.
Yeah, it is bad. Do not take abuse. If
Yep.
you are, like, this goes out to everybody in relationships. If you are in an abusive relationship, physically or mentally, get the fuck out. Take it from someone who's been in many abusive relationships. Run.
Yeah, I'm showing this on screen because, seriously, this is
Yeah.
not a fake thing.
It's real. Like, I remember seeing it on Twitter, and I was like, clown world.
What
More
happens if I
rest
just
for the
search
fucking
spouse?
clowns,
Be right
though,
back.
I'm gonna
Yep.
be honest.
Spouse,
Say that again.
saying spouse instead of husband or wife also raises the domestic violence support. Okay, so in
But,
silence.
that slap, that was... And it's also kind of insulting. Men, I don't know if this will sound sexist or not. Men don't slap. And when a man slaps another man,
Yeah.
the one who's doing the slapping,
Like,
ooh, that was bad.
even I initially thought that was a punch, but then I saw the screenshots and still images and realized that is an open hand. Will Smith just slapped someone instead of punching them?
He's supposed to be the big tough guy of Hollywood.
And
I
like,
love Will Smith. Don't get me wrong; he's a great actor.
and
Come
like,
on,
it's
man.
it. I don't think it's sexist to say it because like that. Okay, this is gonna sound really bad, but stereotypes exist for a reason. And there is that stereotypical men fighting versus women fighting thing where women are...
I am back.
Welcome back. Where
back.
women are like they do
Y'all
less
are
physical
vicious.
pain but more emotional pain.
I've
And
seen girls fight. Y'all are vicious.
yeah, I'm still talking. Yeah, they do
Sorry.
less physical pain but more emotional pain, while men are kind of the opposite. And as part of the doing less physical pain thing, women tend to slap, not punch, or they scratch.
Bite, pull hair.
Yeah,
kick.
women fight dirty. Men just throw punches.
We believe it's because men have chivalry built in them still.
That's a...
It's that dual pistols at noon kind of thing.
Okay,
It's built into us.
for one thing, chivalry is cultural. For another, I don't like the whole chivalry thing. Like, if I punch a guy, that guy has a right to punch me. Not because I am a woman, but because I punched that person first.
I wasn't talking about throwing
Yeah.
fisticuffs. I was just saying being polite, kind of thing.
I still
Yeah.
think that's cultural, though.
I think it's also how you're raised.
Chivalry is more like being polite in that regard is more personal because there's an awful lot of dudes who are the complete fucking opposite of that
Yeah.
Yeah.
and don't
Very
give
true.
a single shit.
If I'm out, I will hold the door open for like 50 people if there's a line of people coming into a place.
I am that way too.
Same.
See, it's nothing wrong with that. That's good manners.
And then sometimes you get like that one person in the middle who gets weirdly offended by you holding the door for them.
And you make sure
I
you close the
never
door on
got
their
that.
ass. I had that once, and I was like, I'm just holding the door open for you. Chill.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be a nice person.
And on the flip side, like, women get like it's weird to say this in a negative light, but there was a period of time for like 3 years where I couldn't go out in public without someone telling me that my hair was really pretty. And it got
Really?
to the point where it was weird. And I think the most that men have to deal with that is saying, "Hey, your shirt looks cool."
I actually it's kind of cringy what I'm about to say.
Oh boy.
I have girls always coming up to me and saying, "Oh my god, your eyelashes are gorgeous. How do you do them?" I'm like, "Fuck, I'm
Oh
born
my
this way.
god.
I'm born this way."
I have those kinds of eyelashes too.
Oh,
Can't
this
relate.
podcast is off to a great start.
Me neither.
Like I got like naturally long and curly eyelashes, and it's like,
Jeez.
oh my god, do you wear mascara? And I'm just like, no, these are natural.
In my case, my hair is thick and healthy and this really weird color that kind of shows my ancestry because under strong light, there's fucking copper in it. And like, if I actually take the time to make myself look nice, then people notice and they can't seem to help but comment on it. And it's gotten to the point where I just don't know how to react to it.
Compliments can be awkward things sometimes.
Like, dude, you are a stranger that is sitting across from me at the bus stop. I don't need a compliment, but thank you.
See, the most that happens to me in this regard is people recognizing me several towns over because of my giant ass bushy beard.
You have a beard now?
I've had a beard for years.
Granted, like, my mental image of you is from when we were on Skype back when I was pretending to be a guy.
That was certainly a period in our lives.
Yes, it was. And it's weird to think that it only lasted for like 4 years.
It felt a lot longer.
Yeah, Sardonyx has been going on longer than I was pretending to be a guy.
I know.
Which is really, really weird to think about.
That's the weird one.
Yeah. Yeah, Sardonyx has been in development for longer than you guys thought that I was a boy. Good God. I think I've been dating Giga for longer.
Maybe.
Either that or it's really close. Because wasn't it just our 4-year anniversary we just celebrated?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, okay, we have been dating longer than you guys thought that I was a guy. Jesus.
Yeah, come to think of it, didn't we meet when we were all like 12 or like 13 or something?
Yes.
I was 15.
Oh, so I would have been 15 as well because we're
Yeah.
the same age.
Yeah. I was 14, almost 15. Like, I joined Acanthite shortly before my dad died, and that was very shortly before my 15th birthday.
Man, I was a cringe lord back then.
Yes, you
Now
were.
I'm just a meme.
Same.
I feel no apology. I don't feel apologetic in saying yes, you were cringe lords back then, because all of us were cringe lords back
All
then.
of us were.
And Phoenix is just
The
smiling and
nostalgic
nodding.
episode.
Phoenix is just smiling and nodding because he met all of us about like 3.5 years ago.
Yeah. But I understand the cringe lord shit. We all, I can even say we all go through a phase like that.
Okay, listen, teenagers are idiots.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And I say this as someone who was a teenager who was an idiot.
Yeah. I can second that. We teenagers are idiots.
Like,
We do stupid shit for weird reasons.
yeah.
You get shocked about the results.
Phoenix, are you aware of the minor meme that is the fact that the four of us were part of a fucking revolution on a forum about Pokemon?
Talking about bring back.
No.
What are we talking about? He's talking about.
It's nothing that was actually part of the wider Pokemon community. It's just like
Nope.
a forum had some like administration issues, and a group of us, all four of us included, staged a revolution that kind of resulted in me becoming an administrator.
It's both awesome and a little cringy.
It's
Eep,
really
my name is Blue.
Yeah,
The cringy part was how we went about it.
yes, like you know the whole like slacktivism, I think the term is, where people just post their outrage on social media and basically don't do anything else about it.
Modern day Twitter.
Yes, but you know that like effect. That's basically what we did.
Basically what I did with Bring Back National Dex.
Yeah, but like that
That's
didn't
crazy.
even result in anything noteworthy. Like we actually,
Oh,
the
but
worst part is we actually made a difference.
Yep.
Back in Fight was a mess, and I miss it.
So it's
Yeah.
been too long. Was this before or after Afty and Nelson fell out and the whole thing fell apart?
This was before, because this was when Charlie was still in charge.
Oh, okay.
this makes me glad my parents didn't get the internet until after I graduated high school.
Although I'm going to be honest, in retrospect, I kind of should have seen that whole fallout with Afty and Nelson coming, considering they were two huge egos even at the time.
Honestly, I wasn't socially aware enough for that. I just knew that I didn't like either of them. Nelson called me a tool once, and I didn't know what that meant. And then, like,
And I do remember Afty just being a general jerk on all accounts.
yeah, he was smart, but he also kind of, looking back, I think I would interpret him as the lone adult in a sea of children whose patience just was not there.
Yeah.
I remember that Afty gave me a negative reputation point for wanting everyone to get along, which was kind of amusing.
Oh god, that is such a horrible thing. God forbid anybody.
No, it's because of how I went about it, because I was very anti-conflict at the time. And honestly, I would probably have done the same.
All I can say is, like, I wasn't an internet user until, like, I was 16-ish. I was more or less a shit stirrer. It's usually what I usually would do.
Yeah, I was very conflict averse when I was a teenager, active on the internet.
We have many, many stories from that era.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the whole Neo Pikachu thing.
Oh, boy. I
Oh,
forgot about
That's a
that.
rabbit
Fuck you, Dark.
hole.
I forgot about
Neo
that. Fuck you,
Pikachu.
Dark.
Dude, you should know me. I have
so
memory. I have memory like decades long for stupid shit.
Same, but
Yep.
I forgot about
So-
that one.
Basically, somebody on the forum was pretending to be a big name mod from Poke Community,
To the point of like
and
reposting their
Go ahead.
fan fiction stuff and talking like that person. Like it was
mhm.
identity theft minus the illegal part.
So, impersonation.
Yeah,
To the
and
point
I'm
where
the one who found out about it.
yeah, Nate found out about it because he like messaged the real Neo Pikachu on Poke Community and about Acanthite, and Neo Pikachu was like,
Yeah.
"What the hell is Acanthite?"
What the fuck? Yeah. So that was an event.
Yeah, and I believe that the idea behind it was that the fake Neo Pikachu was trying to get a mod position on Acanthite. Or
Using
rather,
the
that's
Neo
that's what
Pikachu
the
name.
theory was. What?
Using the Neo Pikachu name.
Yeah, because Poke Community, it's big now, but it was still like super big back in 2009. I think this is when that happened. And I think he was hoping that being or pretending to be a mod on what was at the time the biggest Pokemon community site, aside from maybe Cerebi forums. Sorry, my throat just hit a thing. I think he was trying to use the real Neo Pikachu's reputation to land a mod position at Acanthite.
That backfired, it seems.
I
Use
mean,
a really
he
dumb
was
term here.
he was genuinely considered for a mod position before we found out about this. I think that's like, I think that was not the around the time where I was made a mod, but I think whoever was made a mod shortly after I was, the other candidate was Neo Pikachu.
I think that was Hack, wasn't it?
Yes, thank you.
Mm.
I can't remember who was and was not
Because I
Sash.
came way later.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't you, and I knew it wasn't Giga because I appointed both of you.
Yeah, to use a really stupid term here, that whole saga was a pretty good example of stolen valor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
yeah. So, like that was Acanthite was weird, yo.
Yeah.
Part of me wishes I could have seen this in a day.
Yeah, because Acanthite was the Phoenix Rising of 2007. It was the big name, up and coming fan game that everyone was excited for, that never really seemed to come out, and then when it did, it was a big disappointment.
Mm.
The difference being that Acanthite, like, it went through so many different changes in the development team that the original idea just wasn't there anymore.
That's a shame.
Because it started as a prequel to GSC, with Silver as the main character, going by the name Cayman, because that was one of Silver's default names in GSC. And it involved like Team Rocket stuff. It involved a region I think called Metro. There is a fairly dark plotline, I want to say, like not Reborn or Pseudonix Dark, but a little bit heavier than most than any mainline game or most fan games at the time.
So like Insurgents Dark.
Yeah, Insurgents Dark is about covers it, or Uranium Dark even.
Okay.
And
PG-ish.
yeah, like it was a PG game, not an E for everyone. Then Heart Girl and Soul Silver came out, and we got some information about Silver that kind of made Acanthite obsolete. So it was no longer about Silver at that point. And at some point, the region changed to Alanui, which was a Hawaii-based region. And honestly, like, Acanthite was already on its deathbed by the time that Sun and Moon were announced, but the forums did still exist when that happened. And yeah.
Man, I wish I still had the really old locked thread button image that just said "this thread is ass," but that died with one of my old computers.
Oh no. Oh no.
Like, I saved that just because I found it hilarious, but I lost it ages ago.
Aw.
Oh.
And then there was the running jokes of Acanthite were interesting. Like licking threads.
Oh yeah, that.
Okay.
Me threatening to eat everyone.
Yeah, licking threads just came about because of a typo.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I miss Acanthite.
Yeah.
I think everyone not named Phoenix in here does, because, well, Phoenix just wasn't exactly around for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did
Sounds
give
like it was fun.
it did give us like valuable experience because obviously
Mm-hmm.
we're now making a fan game and we also know what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
And we're still in contact with Charlie, who was the original lead dev of Acanthite, so that's fun.
Oh, God, basically. So it
And-
sounds like a Acanthite? Is that how it sounds?
Yep.
Stuck in development hell.
Yeah.
It was.
Yes.
We're still in contact with Charlie, but Cypher fell off the fucking planet.
I miss Cypher.
Same. And of course, we're still in contact with Flameclaw because we met him back then too.
Yeah. Yeah, like who's still around from the Acanthite days? Like, obviously the core Zedge group, to be the four of us, Shadow, I'm trying to remember who's still around who was from Acanthite.
Dar.
Yeah,
Yeah, you already said Core's Edge Group. Sorry.
Yeah. Flame is still around on Twitter. Charlie
Fallen
can be
kind of exists.
yeah. Charlie can be reached easily. Oh, Zio, I know he's part of the Core's Edge group, but I should remember to mention Zio.
Kind of. Also Ziggy, but Ziggy's hard to contact these days.
Yeah.
And sometimes Espy decides to exist for like a week
Yeah.
and
And
then
then
disappears
disappears
again.
Yeah. Womi came to the Discord once when Galarian Stunfisk was leaked because he was trying to get into contact with Cam. And for some reason thought that Cam would
I
be sticking
remember
around
that.
with us.
That was really awkward.
Yeah. It's like, we don't know where Cam is.
Notably missing from the people who actually contributed to the whole base for the game is Naomi.
Yeah, like, I think the last time I was in any kind of remote contact with Naomi was, like, I think I made a Tumblr account just to like a post that I saw about D&D, and then Naomi found me somehow and messaged me, and by the time I saw it, Naomi's account was, like, moved.
Oof.
So, like, that's the last time I talked to Naomi, and it wasn't even me talking. So, for those that don't know, the person we're talking about, Naomi, made Petra.
And someone else,
Oh.
I think? I'll have
Uh,
to check the list.
yes, but no one that's actually in the game. Just Petra.
True. Also, I'm still in contact with Sid. We actually talk quite frequently, even though
Does
they
Sid
barely
count? Because wasn't he one of
Kind
your
of.
friends before he joined Acanthite?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah. Like, I'm not counting Flimsy because he was one of my real life friends before joining Acanthite.
Yeah, just from the extended conversation we've had between ourselves about this, we go way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're left out of this, Phoenix.
That's fine.
Just us waxing nostalgic.
We do that a lot.
This does seem like really nostalgic shit right now.
It really is.
Then it gets sad once you realize how long things have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're saying this is what was 2009?
2009 is when I joined Acanthite, and then like everyone except for Giga joined afterwards because Giga was already on Acanthite by the time that I joined.
I think I joined in 2010. I
You
want to
did,
say
maybe? I know that Nate joined in like late 2009.
hmm
Or no, rather, I joined in like December of 08, and then I think Nate was like February of 09.
And of all the dumb information I remember surrounding join dates on forums, I don't remember that one, but it was around the same time.
Noise?
Yep, somebody's crackling.
Oh.
Is it me?
Me?
Weird.
I don't know. The crackling stopped.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I need to check something really quick.
Okay.
Yeah, so man, we went on a gigantic tangent, and now I don't know what to talk about.
Yep.
What were the other things you untitled besides the slap hurled around the world?
Okay, well, I saw a video from some YouTuber called Laura Crone, and it was titled "Repo: The Genetic Opera is Why We Can't Have Nice Things." So I watched it
What?
because, yeah, and basically
This
it,
gonna be good.
it amounted to just lead actor is a jerk, but like I was watching it and she's funny, but like she's a radical left hypocrite, and like uh, the entire thing read as I don't want to cancel this person, but we should cancel him.
Typical leftist
Yeah.
talking
Like
points.
I said, she was funny, but I don't like her.
She
And
had
yeah,
to
like
try hard to be funny.
no, it like the funny came off pretty naturally, but like the video's point was Repo's plot makes no sense, and I kind of agree with that to an extent, but not to the extent that she was saying. And also that the guy who plays Grave Robber is a creep, and that's like that's what inspired me to make that tweet about how dark humor has fallen out of fashion,
Ah,
because like Repo is a 2008 film. Those kinds of jokes about like uh illegal deeds, let's say, were acceptable back then because it was a different sort of culture. Of course,
Yeah.
if you look back at it, it seems creepy and predatory, but it was acceptable back then. You can't judge someone for doing something that at the time was acceptable just because it's no longer acceptable.
Fair,
Yeah.
that was a far more civilized era.
Yeah. Also, like I winded from that topic and the whole Acanthite tangent. So you guys pick up the slack for a bit.
Okay, the dark humor. God forbid if you have it nowadays.
Yeah.
And it's sad because that was my main thing, humor.
Yeah, like dark humor is a lost art, really.
I mean, you wouldn't believe the jokes we sat around lunch telling each other. We had one kid who would just tell dead baby jokes the whole time. And
Oh
they
man,
were
dead baby jokes.
Schools,
What
though.
is this? 2012?
2011,
Close
senior
enough.
year of high school. I mean, he had us in stitches. It's like the subject matter, it never gets old. Being in a mess.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go on a mini rant here.
Oh boy.
I've been listening to BDSP music on YouTube recently, and I made the mistake of reading the comments on some of them. And people are like, oh, they tried too hard to make it stay the same, or tried too hard to make it sound different. No, they fucking well didn't. They, it's half of it's just MIDI replaced. Come on, man. Then again, I'm the person who actually did like what they did with the Heart Gold Soul Silver remake soundtrack. Be more creative with the source material. And I killed the conversation.
If you
I'm trying to think of
if you want good Gen 4 remixes, Dark, you should listen to Legends Arceus's soundtrack.
I definitely agree.
There's some music in that game, God. Volo's theme is phenomenal.
What makes me sad about BDSP's soundtrack in a lot of cases is that they took the jazz out of it. I was looking forward to see what they would do with the jazz. Give me more jazz, damn it.
I'm worried about Gen 5. Makes.
If you want a jazz soundtrack, go watch Hey Arnold.
Fuck Hey Arnold. Oh man, that takes me back.
That was a great show.
Hey Arnold's soundtrack is like on another level. It's actually so good.
I haven't heard it in a long time.
That was peak Nickelodeon.
Yes. Yes, it was.
That, Rugrats, Doug, to an extent, I enjoyed.
I remember liking Angry Beavers.
That was a good one, too. Cow and Chicken, that was Cartoon Network, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
Cartoon Network.
That was something no child should have been watching.
Yeah.
And yet we did.
Yep. Two Stupid Dogs, y'all remember that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love that. That was one of my
I watched
favorites.
it mostly on Boomerang.
Yeah, that's why I love Boomerang, and now Boomerang is so bad compared to what it used to be.
Yep.
Don't even get me started on cartoon channels becoming bad over the years. I live in Canada, and I got to experience early 2000s Teletoon, and now Teletoon is awful.
It's It's such a sad thing to see our childhood channels just slowly die like that.
Yeah.
Like early 2000s Teletoon had some fucking awesome shit like Ocean Dub Dragon Ball Z.
Would that be the equivalent of Cartoon Network for the States?
Basically,
Was that-
yes.
Okay. Cartoon Network, God. Talk about Fallen Titan.
I miss Nickelodeon. Like the good
Do
days of
I?
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I want more Danny Phantom, damn it.
They had a great animation style for like all those shows. Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents had a great animation for that
Both
show.
of those are done by that same person,
I know.
And,
Seems that
and
once they
sadly,
lost,
Butch Hartman.
isn't he a little off his rocker?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
No, he's
Put it
just.
gently.
I would describe him as just an entitled asshole.
Yeah, this is like the biggest reason why I separate art from artist is I love Danny Phantom. And Harry Potter. But like that's its whole other can of worms.
Yeah. Like, the reasons why I don't like her are not the reasons why people dislike her.
Yeah.
But the thing with Butch Hartman is he doesn't even really get political. It's just he's an asshole on a personal level.
He's a douchebag.
Like he did scam like thousands and thousands of people out of money because he was advertising this new like streaming service called Oaxis, and he didn't tell people what it would be about.
I remember that.
And basically playing on people's nostalgia, like, oh, if you like me, you're gonna love my new channel, or my new streaming service, Oaxis. And
I do remember that, yeah.
so a bunch of people who were nostalgic for Danny Phantom, for Fairly Odd Parents, and all of that, started supporting him, giving him money. And then it turned out that Oaxis was a sort of edutainment focused Christian streaming service, and not even like anything interesting like VeggieTales, but just kind of generic stuff. And people were like, dude, what the fuck?
If your big goal is to knock off VeggieTales, you done fucked up.
VeggieTales was so fucking
Well,
weird.
no, I was just saying that because like VeggieTales is absolutely fantastic. The fact that it's Christian oriented doesn't make it less good.
It kind of did, just for me growing up, raised by an atheist father.
As someone who was raised Catholic, went to a Catholic school, I thank God I've never watched that shit. I'm sorry.
Liked VeggieTales. And
I think I might
you
have
see often, even among people that weren't raised Christian, you see people liking VeggieTales. So
Yeah.
It is a product of
its time, yeah.
And I could see people definitely being nostalgic for it. I don't know. When I was little, I thought it was cringy. Prince of Egypt. That was nice. That was good.
Never saw that.
Music alone's worth watching. It makes it worth watching. It's just an animated version of the Ten Commandments.
Right.
Except not religious. Like, I didn't even know it was a Ten Commandments until the big finale of the movie.
Shit that makes me nostalgic. Reboot.
I know what that is.
I don't.
I've heard of it. I can't like picture Reboot off the top of my head.
One of the earliest CG films.
Oh yeah. Now that I see it, it's what I thought it was. Okay.
Wasn't the story actually really good?
It's been a long time, but I want to say yes.
I have vague memories of it, and what they wanted to do for like the second half of the series. It was like super ambitious, and it never got to fly. Does anyone remember Code Lyoko?
I
Yes.
remember it being
Yes.
on. I never watched it.
It was really good. That was during the era of, I think, like Teen Titans and
Yeah.
like Winx Club.
Yes,
Kids Next Door.
non-garbage Teen Titans. Oh man, Kids Next Door, that was the shit.
Oh, that was
Yes.
so good.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
I fucking love
That's
Kids
what I
Next
get.
Door, man.
Yeah. I'm so upset they never did the intergalactic Kids Next Door.
Yeah.
Grim Adventures.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah.
I still
Rugrats?
sometimes get Keeper of the Reaper stuck in my head.
Grim Adventures was both underrated
Adventures
and
of Billy
massively
Mandy.
ahead of its time.
What was that, Phoenix?
Grim Adventures was. I thought you said grown up. All grown
My
up.
thing with
Yep.
yeah. Oh no. But Grim Adventures, it's one of those things I loved it as a kid, but watching, clips of like the funniest things in it, whenever they get suggested to me, I'm just like, "Oh, this isn't that funny, at least not for my tastes now."
That's how I feel about iCarly.
I just ignore iCarly these days. I kind of just think of it as a meme more than anything else.
Well, I mean, I think the reason that Nate laughed there is because I watched like a total of, I think it was 10 hours just disseminating iCarly.
Yep.
So that was a thing.
Yeah.
But again, like iCarly, its jokes are bad today, but at the time they were acceptable.
Yeah.
I've never watched it, so I can't judge it for its jokes.
It's a good
And every once in a
series.
while, there's a scene in iCarly that makes you go, "Oh,
Yeah,
Dan
like
Schneider."
that, or like, oh, that kid just broke his ribs.
Yep.
So the
Legit?
context for that is that there's a scene where the iCarly main cast is leaving, and they forgot that they kind of left their side character friend up in the rafters for whatever reason, and they realize that, and they call up to him, just basically telling him to get down, and he jumps and hits the ground on his chest, and that was a
Dude.
stunt double, and that kid like broke his ribs, and you can even see on the faces of the main cast, at least with the male lead Freddy, he just is so shocked, like, oh god, is he okay?
So that was not intended.
No, it was a
Nope.
fairly
Yeah.
short fall, but it was a long fall if you're landing on your chest.
Yeah, that's that sounds
There's
painful. Just thinking
another
about it.
series I'm pretty sure I and many other people will wax nostalgic about is Old Simpsons.
Yeah.
Sort of,
And I
sometimes.
would say that people hate on modern Simpsons a little too much. Modern Simpsons is still better than Family Guy ever was.
I
in
kind
my
of like
opinion.
Family Guy. I've been watching it on Hulu.
bar, but
I hate modern Family Guy.
Well, I've been
I
watching.
would half agree with that.
I've been watching Family Guy on Hulu, and I've been watching it from the first episode. So, like, I'm still an old Family Guy. But I want to get to the
Good.
context around the whole Brian gets hit by a car thing, because I didn't see those episodes or that episode. I didn't see any of the context around it. I just want to know what it was.
Got a
Oh,
long
I
way to go, then.
think, yeah.
Yep.
That's okay because old
That's at
Family
least
Guy
in
is
the
great.
past 5 years. Yeah, the
mean,
jokes were good.
the thing about Family Guy versus The Simpsons is that Family Guy, especially older Family Guy, is much more centered around shock humor than The Simpsons was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I'm just not a fan of shock humor, which is, why
That's
I say
fair.
stuff like I did.
It depends on the joke for me. Like,
Yeah, I think there's just points where the shock humor just gets out of hand.
yeah, that's honestly that's how I feel about Pokemon Clover. Like, I
What's
appreciate
4chan?
I appreciate Pokemon Clover for the fact that it's a million monkeys typing on a keyboard and creating a video game. It's just I can't take
Which
it.
creates
I can't.
Pokemon.
I can't take it in large amounts because I get bored of the humor. And this is coming from someone who sometimes does make those kinds of jokes,
Mhm.
but I can only take so much of it at one time. So I just have to
Yeah.
take long breaks, and then I end up not playing at all.
Yeah, with me and Modern Family Guy, it's usually the case of why does this episode exist?
Filler.
Like, there's this
What, you thought
episode
filler
where,
was exclusive to anime?
I don't think
yeah,
anyone
there's
thought that.
this Modern Family Guy
No,
episode
I
where,
was making a joke.
yeah, there's a Modern Family Guy episode where Stewie thinks that Brian's getting tired of spending time with him, so he gets pregnant with his and Brian's kids.
What the fuck?
He's not
Yes,
joking.
that was an episode that happened.
How recent is this one?
I want to say maybe like half a decade ago, something
Really?
like that.
It's recent, but not in the grand scheme of things recent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if this had come out in the last couple of years, then I wouldn't have been surprised.
And you want to know what the worst thing is?
Sure.
That was the last episode of Family Guy they ever showed on Adult Swim.
Uh-huh.
I
That's
think
how I
that,
remember the
okay,
episode.
yeah, that kind of that makes sense. I think Cartoon Network
Because
was like, we can't show that anymore, guys.
No, they actually lost the rights because Disney bought Fox.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was coincidentally the last episode they ever showed.
And that's
Okay.
why it's seared into
For
my
some
memory.
stupid reason.
That's why it's seared into my memory.
Man, am I glad I stopped watching Family Guy years ago.
You know what I
that's
stopped
the worst.
watching, but that was
Glad.
mostly because of lack of opportunity, is I stopped watching Big Bang Theory. And like it seems like not long after I stopped watching, there was marriage plotlines.
Yes.
And then little Sheldon became a thing.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Glad I never watched. I'm glad I'm not really a TV person. Modern TV just so cringy.
Giga, really quick. Since I'm recording my display, can you handle the Groray thing? Because I don't want to accidentally leak like the login info on FileZilla. And that's not the right thing. I'll handle like the announcements and stuff. I just want to I just don't want to accidentally leak the credentials to logging into the server on a podcast.
No doubt.
I love the behind the scenes stuff that happens on this show.
Yeah. So
Thank
just
God I locked that account to that folder, otherwise you'd be having a lot more damage than that.
yeah. Yeah, so just let me know when you're uploading it, rather. So I don't think that the mystery gift is even set up in our files.
Oh God, I'm so cramped up in this fucking chair.
Giga,
No,
the
they should-
lack of feedback from you is concerning.
Oh, no, it is.
Oh, okay.
Give me a moment.
Yep. So just let me know when you're uploading it, and I'll post the announcement and stuff.
Should let you put torches on the side of fences in Minecraft.
Yeah.
It doesn't
would
do
be
that
really
because of hitboxes. It's not a full
Yeah, because
wall.
they're not full.
But can you imagine how nice that would look?
Yeah.
Yes. I think there's mods that let you do that.
Probably. Gotta learn how to do modded shit. Like
If you
thanks
want-
to Kalian, I've learned.
If you want really good aesthetic, get an item frame, put like a stone block in it, and then put put a torch on the block that the item frame is on.
Well, I'm trying to make like a quarry kind of thing.
Yeah, but if you want aesthetic, do that. It's like these cool wall sconces.
I've
I'd learn
also
to
seen those with tripwire patches.
Oh yeah, tripwire is another really good one.
I'd learn to mod Minecraft, but Java.
What you want is data packs. Those are infinitely
packs are
easier to
nice.
do.
It is. An idiot like me can do it.
Yeah. By the way, Phoenix, if you want like any crafting data packs, just let me know and I can make one.
I was thinking about it, but the eggs would break.
Well, it doesn't have to be the eggs.
Look, I'd have to think of the items.
Okay. Yeah, so Minecraft data packs are really easy to use, and like technically it's all vanilla, so you can run them on a realm if you wanted to.
Practically plug and play with some of them.
Yeah. You don't need to config anything. If there's conflicts, then the game will just outright tell you. I've never had a crash from a data pack being loaded. We've had issues with a data pack being like incorrectly handled.
Broke the world.
It caused the overworld to explode. But if you want context, watch episode 4 of my Minecraft Foxfire, which would I think be episodes like 13 through 16 for you, Phoenix.
Probably something around that.
Yeah. Actually, just watch my episode 4 anyway, because like the intro is perfect.
Yeah. We rarely do comedy, but when we do, we hit it.
Yep. You okay over there, Giga?
Yeah.
All quiet on the Western Front.
Yep. We're just listening to Giga clicking.
Yeah.
Welcome to Foxfire ASMR featuring Giga's clicks.
Yep. And the occasional chirp of his fire alarm.
Yes. You'd be shocked. People get tingles from weird things.
Yeah.
You should know. I listen to some weird ASMR.
It's right on cue is the chirp of Giga's fire alarm.
Yeah.
I was trying to hold in my laughs.
So yeah, what else is there before we get Groray up and running? I think it's just a mystery gift text file.
Yeah.
Okay. And how close is that to happening?
I'm trying to figure out why I have 2 sites listed here again.
Oh. The mystery gift goes on version, I believe. Yeah.
Like that there. I better not have anyone who just so happens to watch Foxfire and the Minecraft Legends series get all pissy because I'm in creative mode doing stuff. I said in the first episode that half the series will be done off screen in creative mode.
Oh, TJ09 posted his April Fool's announcement.
And
Well, TJ09 is like the creator of
Yeah.
Dragon Cave, and that was more
Dragon
for
Cave going
Giga.
down, starting a redirect for Flight Rising. No. That's just-
That would be funny though.
speaking of weird redirects and internet bullshit, remember yesterday when you were helping me with the drivers for the Wacom tablet?
Yeah.
It was up today.
Wait, what?
That's
I got
convenient.
curious. I got very curious. I wanted to see if I could get onto their driver download page.
Yeah.
You know how I was getting the 504? I was able to get on today. Weird. I'm happy. Mine comes in tomorrow, so I'm a very happy bird.
Oh my God, Giga, go look at any adult dragon on Dragon Cave right now.
Hang on.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
Well, that should be done.
All right. Yeah, now go look at Dragon Cave.
Oh dear. A bit of agita today. Did y'all hear that E3 got canceled?
Yep.
Kinda not upset about it.
I mean,
I'll miss it, but everyone was doing their own thing anyways.
Yeah, just me. We'll just get a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Sony will do whatever they do, and Microsoft will have their own little version of it.
And everyone else will just do whatever.
I'd make a joke about Bethesda doing nothing, but I forgot. Microsoft bought Bethesda, so they'll be part of that.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
They got Microsoft money now.
And yet they still won't be able to make a game that doesn't have game-breaking bugs day one.
Well, then it wouldn't be a Bethesda game.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, apparently I think it was either last week or the week before, CD Projekt Red announced that they are going to be ditching their own engine for the next Witcher game in favor of Unreal Engine 5. And my only thought was, so instead of crashing the game day one with their shitty code on their own engine, they'll be crashing the game day one with shitty code on Epic Games' engine instead.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
What is this icon?
Oh boy.
Oh!
What is this?
you didn't know about the permanent rebranding?
New Cyberpunk music.
Jesus.
Happy April Fool's Day, Giga.
What is God damn it, TJ.
Oh, you just saw the Dragon Cave thing? Yeah, I thought you were amused at the other thing that I was doing.
I mean, I'm still amused at that, but what the hell?
Yeah, like, excellent job by TJ. Dragon's Dilemma is back, but I'll do that later. But yeah. All of this was pre-planned, as of, like, last night.
Yeah.
was fun. I was so glad I was able to pop in for that.
Yeah.
Giga, have you seen announcements yet?
Yes.
I hope you appreciate the effort that went into this.
Your silence speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Like, this is also kind of the reason that I made a Vaporwave Voidwalker, because I was on this weird mind track.
And should we tell them about Vaporwave Groray and what it's going to do?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Auto-tune cry. We're going to have a special cry just for Synthwave Groray. It's going to be auto-tuned.
Yeah. That assumes that Giga will let me put it into the game.
No.
Why not?
I'll still make the cry.
One Groray is enough.
No, it's not.
Technically, isn't there like 4 with shinies and metallics?
Yeah.
The
And if you want to split hairs, each Groray is actually 2 Groray.
Shit, they're multiplying.
so cursed.
Also,
It's so
like,
good.
unironically, the Vaporwave Groray looks good.
Yes.
It does. It really does. No, that was the best shit last night. It's like, oh no, I got it working. I got the auto-tune working.
Why am I here?
What?
Why am I here with you people?
Because you love me. Oh boy.
Add Groray React to the website.
Do the icon version, not the sprite version, because that's weird. Yeah, Synthwave, everyone. Vaporwave
Yeah.
Groray.
Good style. Good
Please let me
style.
put this into the game.
No.
Luxray doesn't have enough forums yet.
You should explain how you wanted to put it into the game with the scavenger hunt.
Yeah,
That's a
like, I
website.
kind of just wanted to run a scavenger hunt on the site like Acanthite did to reveal Fuzzit. And it gives you a password, and the password gives you Vaporwave Groray.
Fun idea. Great for an April Fool's joke once you have this this part of the game up.
If Giga will let me put it in.
Because Giga's lame.
Yep.
No, he's not lame. He's just too
Realistic.
yeah.
But realism is lame.
I kind of have to agree. Realism is a bit lame.
Oh, I mean, he filters my
Fantasy.
inane ideas, and I think that says enough to say that he does very important work for this project. He filters out my dumb ideas.
Unfortunately, we have no one to filter my dumb ideas.
Theoretically, I should be the one doing that, but I tend to like your dumb ideas.
What are some of Giga's dumb ideas? I'm curious.
I direct you to the fact that Margot has like 5 sprite sheets.
Understandable, haven't
But
I?
more so the fact that Margot exists.
Okay, but Margot
Yeah.
is fun. I don't think that was that funny.
It wasn't.
Just not the word I expect you to describe her as.
Okay, sure. Look, if we can have Groray at all Why can't we have Vaporwave Groray? Just like keep it secret except for like this one announcement.
Man,
People
looking
won't
back on the
people won't expect since Vaporwave Groray to actually be in the game. Which would make this the best April Fool's prank.
That's a point.
Fine.
Yay! It would be a password Pokemon. It wouldn't be a mystery gift or, God forbid, actually normally available.
You just have to make sure you get like Boom Burst and all those other stupid sound-based attacks.
Give it Cacophony.
Yes.
Because that is a very loud design.
It is such a good design, though.
Oh, I should also show you the other stuff that I made that didn't make into the announcement. Vaporwave Groray has shinies that are just a hue shift. I did this because I was bored. And this is all stemming from the fact that I kind of just started doodling with my various brush settings, and I made a shitty album cover
Yep.
that I could
You were
like.
teaching me how to use Psy.
Yeah, I was teaching Phoenix how to use Paint Tool Psy, and I kind of just started drawing, and it's not uploading. Why isn't it uploading? There it goes. And I made this, and people were saying I could legit sell this to like some douchebag hipster pop artist or whatever.
Cloud rapper.
I mean, he probably could.
Yeah, it's like,
See? Told you.
and it looks like a totally different image zoomed out. I don't know what I was doing last night, but it was this. But like I did that, and then I kind of just did this stupid thing, and then it turned into Vaporwave, and then I made Vaporwave Groray, and then I was considering it, but wasn't going to do it until Phoenix suggested Vaporwave Voidwalker, which I am now legitimately selling. Last
I
night
don't
was a
know,
mess.
that Foxfire logo is still damn good.
It's a bit noisy for me.
This was wonderful.
Yes.
Last night was fun. That was batshit insanity.
Yeah. Also, yeah, everyone was in on this, Giga.
Yep.
Well, in my defense, me only recently.
I was at the founding. I was at the inception of the idea.
Yeah, the idea was to do it while you were distracted uploading the mystery gift, but then TJ did his thing, and I found out that that's a better way for me to distract you.
Originally, you wanted us to distract them.
Yeah. I the idea was just to have him not in Discord. Because
Yeah.
Giga is observant enough to notice the icon changing.
Going from red to hot pink.
Yeah, I
Totally
mean, there's
caught
some
my
yellow
eye.
in there.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. It's really good.
Also, like, there are multiple versions of the Raven logo. I don't know which I like better, but the second one is better as an icon, so. And yeah, that is the extent of my April Fool's prank. It's just making things vaporwave. Although, unironically, like, the Vaporwave Raven logos would make excellent stickers.
Yes.
True.
I bet that I could make at least the second one into an emote, and people would use it.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
I had a rough morning.
Uh,
To wake up, my mom woke me up to help make gravy. All things. And then I finally got to go lay back down, like 9:30. And then my mom's like, "Oh my god, my package came early." And I'm like, "When did you order a package?" So when I got the email saying my package has been shipped already and comes tomorrow.
Mine got shipped today. I don't know if it'll come
Nice.
tomorrow or not.
I hope it does. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so for context for viewers, Phoenix and I just bought both just bought the same Wacom tablet because it was on sale.
$50 is such a fucking great deal.
Yeah, it's like normally 80, and yeah, I needed an upgrade anyway, so.
And I can't keep drawing with a mouse. I will say I think I did good with what I did.
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially like the horse.
God, like, Vaporwave Groray has no right to look as good as it does.
Cursed
doesn't.
meme became really good looking cursed meme.
Yep. Like, it is absolutely blurst, and I love it.
Blurst. Blurst is like one of my favorite internet terms.
Same. Blurst and yeet used as a verb.
Yes.
Yeet!
No, not as an interjection, but as a verb.
I know.
Want to yeet you.
Yeah. I just saw your post and kind of first name. So I suppose I could. Oh. No. So I posted Vapor Walker in the Manaverse chat on Zedge, and Zio says that I feel like there's a story behind this. So Nate's reply is, there is, but it's a story that doesn't make much sense.
It definitely was one of those things you had to be there for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that Voidwalker is fucking good.
Yeah. It's on sale for $50. Or for sale, rather, not on sale.
Oh, that might solve. I can see that selling pretty fast.
I doubt it.
I mean,
So, like, when you sell one of your Voidwalkers, that Voidwalker no longer is available to be sold?
Correct.
It's a cute idea.
I mean, this is just the concept of closed species adopts.
Oh, okay. So I was about to say, it's like adopting an animal. That is
Yeah.
actually a really cute idea.
So basically, like, I don't agree with the idea of selling the right to make an OC of the closed species. What I'm selling is my labor in making art of the OC.
fair.
And also,
Definitely.
like, there is a level of officiality, I guess would be the term, to buying an actual, like, official Voidwalker that was for sale, rather than just making your own.
Right.
And I'm thinking of putting Voidwalkers on Ragnarok Raven, because it is technically a project of mine.
Oh, I don't see why not. It's it's your baby as it is, so in a way, it is your personal mascot.
Yeah, I'm even using those as an avatar.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I can. It's fair. I say it's fair to have it up on the site.
Yeah.
That's.
Which,
I know that's
as
not
you-
really up to
As
me.
you mentioned to me when we were making the page, makes it all the more funny that Giga's little caption thing on the team page is also dating this fox when your avatar is not a fox.
Yeah.
I love how we put Kaiser on that page.
I just wanted to balance out the thing.
I mean, fair play. It's just funny to me.
I don't even know if Phoenix has seen this page. Let me go grab it.
I might not have.
I've just been browsing like the general like Sartonics project pages, and it kind of makes me laugh a little bit that a lot of my writing contribution kind of comes later after 3.0.
Yeah.
Other than Jordan.
Yeah. I mean, you wrote Looker's initial lines, but then like we quickly moved past the point where the roleplay was, so I had to write in the voice that you gave Looker, which was in itself an approximation of the voice that Looker actually has.
I tried.
You did a good job, and I think I did a good job emulating like how you wrote him. So
I just love that Kaiser is emotional support bot.
yeah,
That is
And
just
I like
funny as hell.
I only shoved Looker in there because he's one of my favorite characters in the series.
yeah. I mean, it opens up the precedent of us having a canon character in Sardonyx.
Looker is definitely the one character you can have in every game because of the Interpol.
Yeah. And it makes sense that Interpol would suddenly start looking into actual murder culture.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that despite it being illegal, Altaris is apparently not doing nothing about it. There's also some plot threads regarding this that are spoilers to say on camera, so I'll wait until after we're done recording.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Phoenix, if you want like a little italicized thing underneath
I
your
was just
section,
trying to think of one.
yeah,
It's funny
Yeah.
when we were initially writing this page. Somehow, I'm not sure if it was Giga or you that completely screwed the page and removed half of what we'd written in italics.
it wasn't
Just
me
bad.
because I wasn't even in the admin CP at the time.
Like Giga went to add his and somehow erased all of ours.
Like, I'm assuming, like, Kuda and I were editing it at the same time.
Yeah, that could have been a thing.
By the way, underrated feature. This has revisions like the wiki does.
Yeah. So, Giga, the unofficial Dragon Cave Discord, the announcement for the April Fool's thing is, as always, TJ knows exactly what the player base wants and has implemented a massive new sprite update for your viewing pleasure. For reference for everyone else, the only change is that adult dragons have googly eyes. Which is something that Flight Rising did like 2 years ago.
That reminds me of something me and my dad did.
Oh.
We bought a pack of googly eyes, got into a clothes store, and just started sticking them onto the mannequins. It was funny.
Nice.
We didn't get caught. I know we heard people laughing hysterically, especially some of the employees were laughing. Oh, it's too square to be a guild hall. Shrink it.
Yeah, people who watch both of our channels are now getting minor behind the scenes from you.
Yeah. Originally, I was gonna play Diablo. Did not want to set up Xbox to record.
I honestly haven't done a damn thing all podcast except for do the April Fool's thing.
But the best part is with that, I was checking the clock like every few seconds.
No, like when
close
something like when I have something like that planned, you never need to worry because I am keeping an eye on the clock.
No, I was getting excited. Like I couldn't wait to see how it all turned out in the end.
I loved Giga's reaction to that.
Mm.
That doesn't, the fact that we can't think of anything to talk about, I think, is not fake, though.
Oh no, I mean, just having fun. We're just hanging out.
Yeah.
I was considering drawing for today, but I don't feel like it, because I spent however long rushing a Voidwalker art.
Yeah. I might be doing that next week if I can actually work a tablet properly.
Ooh.
I'll probably be redrawing the Deep Sea Gyarados. Coloring it in, rather. I'm very, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess shy about drawing in front of people. But coloring, I don't give a shit about.
Yeah, I think that maybe, maybe not next week, but, sometime when we're hanging out on Voice, I'll draw and stream, and you can just, take a look at how I do things.
Mm-hmm. And one thing I definitely going to be wanting to pick your brain about, how to change the canvas size when you, for doing the pixel art. You said import the image and then shrink the canvas size down to a certain thing.
Okay, so that depends on what you're asking for.
Fair? I don't even know what I'm asking for.
Are you trying to sprite over a drawing?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you just drag the fact that you said import just kind of threw me off because it's not importing. You just drag the image into Psy, go to, I think it's canvas, then change canvas resolution, and then shrink it down to your desired size. Preferably using something like bicubic instead of nearest neighbor. Nearest neighbor is for when you're shrinking or enlarging actual pixel art. And normally Pokemon sprites have a size limit of 80 by 80 or 96 by 96, depending on the generation you're trying to emulate.
That's what I was getting confused with.
Sardonyx uses both. We tend to prefer 80 by 80, and we use 96 by 96 for designs that are just too complex or too big to shrink down that far.
Okay. Because I was playing around trying to sprite over Tabas, the little ibis Pokemon I made, and I just didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, so
I didn't know how to.
Okay, so the way that I do it is that I have a piece of art that is workable as a sprite pose, because not all poses are going to be workable for a sprite. You don't want straight profile, you don't want head on, you want 3/4, and you don't want it to be like a bird's eye view or a worm's eye view. You want it to be eye level and 3/4 looking at the front.
Okay. The way all Pokemon are drawn, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
You can get away with the Pokemon facing the wrong direction if it's looking towards the opponent.
Like Sceptile.
Yes.
Mega Sceptile.
Yes.
And I think, Nidoking does that too, or Nidoqueen?
It depends on the generation. Also, Mawile does it a lot.
Right, yeah, because of her second mouth.
Yeah. And Altarin Pidgey does that because it's flying in a direction that it shouldn't be, but it's very clearly looking at the opponent.
Yeah, I'm still, I was playing around with Psy today a lot. I was trying to, like I said, I was trying to do the pixel art of the bird, and I was just, playing around trying to figure out how to import images to have as references in the background kind of thing. I know, not import,
You drag them in, and they appear as different windows.
And that's what confused me at first, and I realized all you gotta do is copy and paste it to your working canvas.
Yeah.
That's what threw me at first, but I figured it out eventually.
You will figure Psy out eventually.
I think I'm going to have a lot more fun with it once I get the tablet.
Yeah. Right now, it's best to just learn how to navigate the program. And
when you go to canvas resolution, that will manipulate the canvas you have currently working.
yes.
Now, this is going to sound really weird. Is there a way to make the canvas have an actual canvas texture?
You would have to import an image for that. Yeah.
Okay. Because like I told you last night, I want to try doing my oil painting style with digital
So
art.
the way that I do it is that if I want something to have like a scroll background and I'm too lazy to make one, I just Google like scroll texture or something, and I find an image that's royalty free and doesn't have fucking watermarks on it, which is harder than it sounds.
No,
And
I
just
know
put
it
that,
is.
and I just put that inside.
Gotcha.
There is no way to make Psy natively do that unless you want to play around with like getting the exact right color and using like layer effects, which is complicated and annoying, and I don't recommend it.
Okay. Like I wouldn't be the color I want to match. It's just like if I could just get that texture to have like as an opaque layer on top of everything, give it that like it looks like it's on canvas feel.
Yeah, I'll teach you how to do that later.
I appreciate it. I am excited. I'm hoping that
It's
it
kind
comes
of
early.
it's kind of odd, so I'll just teach you how to do it later.
Okay. I'm really hoping. Like I'm upset tomorrow's Friday because I have to go to bed early on Fridays.
And you know, I
I would just rather.
think even the way that I do it is a bit of a hack. So
Okay. I was like binge watching things on the side today.
man, I didn't even look at tutorials when I first started using Psy. I just kind of leapt straight into it.
I was just mostly like looking for like things I do on GIMP to how to do them on Psy.
Ah.
I have a feeling I'm going to be bouncing around both of them
Until you get
of
used to
things.
Psy, yeah.
Yeah, like,
You
until
want
I
to
get
use
100
Psy for
fingers.
actual drawing, and you want to use GIMP for actual like manipulation and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I can see myself doing the line work on GIMP because for some reason that's because I'm with the mouse, but that's another thing. The coloring on Psy seems so miles better than GIMP.
I do recommend trying to do the line art on Psy because once you get a tablet, it's going to be so much smoother.
Mm-hmm. And especially since I have the drivers, just plug it, let it go do its install, and I'm going to be drawing a lot of crazy shit tomorrow.
There shouldn't be an install needed because you've already installed the drivers.
I know, but when you plug, oh, you're right. It should just plug and play.
Yeah, you don't need to install the tablet or anything.
Good.
I think the only reason why you would need to install the tablet is if it was a screen tablet, which it isn't.
Right. I was looking at the price of those, and good lord.
Yep.
I would love one, but not for what they were wanting. That's like a someday thing, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, we can have that art podcast at some point.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I know the first thing I'm going to be doing tomorrow, I'm going to start redoing my deep sea variants. Gotta find the proper references for Gyarados, because I did a lot of custom stuff for the Gyarados. Like the tentacle tail thing, there's no Pokemon that has something similar to go off of.
Oh. You don't really need to
I
reference
guess.
other Pokemon unless you're trying to draw it specifically in Sugimori style.
That's what I've been doing with the most recent ones.
Mm.
Like the redraws of all my other stuff, and the bird.
Yeah, honestly, I would also just wait until you have the tablet because, trust me, the Sugimori brushes that I gave you will make life so much easier.
I love playing with them. I was playing around with those so much today. Even with the mouse, it has such a good feel. Like I was just like practicing, like with the mouse. I put my canary Pokemon in and started tracing over it.
Yeah.
With the Sugimori brushes. Such difference.
Yeah, I hope you have fun with the tablet because it makes
Sure I will.
it will change your art life.
I mean, if I'm doing the digital art with the mouse, I should just use the proper tools and just have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know? And it's... I like to consider I do consider myself a traditional artist, but traditional art is hard to sell. Digital art, on the other hand, it's easy to sell.
No, it's not.
Well, I know, but more people are more willing to buy it compared to a painting that you hang on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say that if you're planning to do digital commissions, it is extremely cutthroat market. So
I undersell myself to the point where I have one of my friends bitching at me because of it.
I mean, kind of same.
Yeah. As somebody who has been doing the bitching to
Yeah.
her.
Like, one of my friends just got into resin work. I think she got the idea from me doing resin work. And she's charging the proper prices for the stuff. Ridiculous. Overpriced. And here I am. I'm like, okay, how much would I sell this resin charm for? Oh yeah, it's like $5. and I don't know if I could say I'm operating at a loss, because if I sell 4 charms, I make the money back to buy the resin that I used to do it.
Yeah, you want at least material cost and also a certain percentage of profit.
And with resin, that's hard to balance, because, especially UV resin, because UV resin is stupid expensive.
Mm.
It's like I can get 200 milliliters, I think, for $20. That's
Okay,
on
and
sale with a coupon.
how many can you make with that?
A lot. And a
Yes,
lot.
but like about how many charms are you going to get out of that $20?
Depending on how I make them, maybe 50.
Um,
That's why I charge cheap.
yeah, I would. $5 is reasonable if you're just looking to make a quick profit and it's not difficult to make. $5 each, rather.
Mm-hmm.
I would.
When I do the little painting ones, I might charge $10 for those.
$10 would be more reasonable, I would say.
Because it also, in the process, destroys the brush I'm using.
Okay.
Because the resin destroys brushes. That's sad. I had to throw a brush out the other day because it was the one I used for pushing around the resin when I did it at Christmas time. And I washed it the best I could, and I finally went back to use it the other day when I was working on the Pokeball. It was just like it may as well have been a scalpel. It was that sharp. I just threw it away. It was so sad.
How did you wash it?
Alcohol.
Hot soapy water would probably have worked better.
I tried everything. The resin just...
I mean, before the resin dries, rather.
Oh, the resin wasn't dry. You can't... The resin I have doesn't dry unless you put it under a UV light.
Okay.
So I love UV resin. It has a long working time, thank God. But the one thing is, I can't do it. I'm jealous because my friend's doing regular resin work. She can do large things. Like, she's making daggers out of resin.
Nice.
I'm so jealous. Because you can't do that with UV resin, because the amount of heat that would be generating from that would destroy the mold.
Yeah, I would... Honestly, this is one of those things where I feel like you should switch materials to something that's easier to work with.
I mean, the UV resin is easy to work with. I just can't
Easier,
do large.
like, because something not destructive to your tool set.
I already have a solution. I just go to the dollar store and buy brush sets there, or with resin only. I don't mind it if it's worth it in the end, because 3D layering effect you can do with resin paintings, it's just like a chef kiss kind of thing. I get giddy even talking about it.
So I'm kind of just checking Discord while you talk because I got a ping. So Okay.
And I've been
I'm
sort of watching the Sardonyx server.
I'm actually getting ready to end my side of it because
All right.
Minecraft is starting to make my computer get a little too hot for my comfort.
You can end early.
Okay, if, don't mind.
Yep.
Okay, and so if you everyone enjoyed this episode of the podcast, because this was a fun episode.
Yeah.
It was very nostalgic, and we had some great laughs this episode. So if everyone enjoyed watching it, leave a like, share around. It helps us grow as a channel, and we all personally appreciate it. It's hard to grow as a small channel, especially when YouTube likes to put a foot on the smaller channels.
Yeah.
Someday, we will be on another platform.
Someday another platform will rival YouTube.
Hey, I said it as a joke, but the more I think about it, if Pornhub ever did it, they have the foundation for it. I know it's a meme thing to have Pornhub make actual video streaming service. That's not, let's say, for work.
Yeah.
But they always joke about it every April Fool's Day. And one day they're probably going to actually do it. But yeah. So this has been the Black Phoenix. This has been everyone. What's Ragnarok Raven now, right? That's what we're changing the title to.
Well, that's
our
what you're
podcast
changing the title to because I don't list the people in my titles.
I know. I like to give everybody their limelight. With all that said, this has been Black Phoenix and the whole Foxfire crew. Thank you all for watching, and we'll all see you in the next one.
See you guys.
Bye.
See ya.